Hey, what's going on, y'all? I hope life is good. And if it ain't, I hope it gets better. And hey, maybe this podcast will play a part in making that happen. So sit back, listen, hang a bit, laugh with me, laugh at me. All that matters is you're here. This podcast starts right now. Enjoy. Hey, what's going on, guys? My name is Ablaze Sellers. I'm just somebody's dad, just figuring it out. That's the name of this podcast. And this is a bonus, just a quick little something wanted to give to you guys because I had it on my mind and I figured, why not? Because I didn't necessarily want to make a whole podcast around this, but again, it kept nagging at me. So you all must hear it. By the way, I appreciate you taking the time to listen. There's a whole lot of things you could be listening to, and maybe some things you're going to be listening to after this. But thank you for giving me some minutes of your life that you can't get back. Let me get something straight right out the gate. I'm going to be general on most things. I'm going to be specific on a few. And regardless of what I say, I ain't no guru, boo-boo, because, you help me, I help you. That's kind of how it works here. And at the end of the day, if we can be better versions of ourselves, which I believe we can be, we're going to call that a W. Now, you all have to understand, I am old school. Now I'm 41. I was born in 1985. Listen, I got grays in my hair and I have an afro. I am not coloring these things. I've kind of just accepted, yeah, I'm old. Or, better yet, that I'm not super young. And with that comes the fact that I was born in a certain time. So things that are normal to me would be, I don't know. Oh, yes, I do, because I wrote it down. So allow me to put on my fake reading glasses. Here we go. All right, I've got my screen here. Here's something that is normal to me. The guy pays on the first date, unless he's broke, in which case he might want to pick a different kind of date. Like, you got to make something up, my guy. Get very creative. Like, hey, let's not go out to eat. Let's just go for a walk in the park and talk. Which, by the way, is not the worst date in the world. But if you broke, brother, put together $20 and go get like ice cream. There you go. See, look, listen, I'm giving you game already. You know why? Because I've been broke and I've been dating. You can do both. But if you can't do that, a walk in the park and some ice cream, brother, it is not time for you to be dating. Leave them alone. Focus on getting your money up. Having said that, I would be remiss if I did not say that being broke and dating does provide your mind with a playground where you can be super creative. You might surprise yourself. Here's something else that is old school, holding the door and pulling out the chair. I'm going to say this, and I say this with the utmost respect to ladies. Please let these young boys be gentlemen. And I know it's hard to trust that there's not an ulterior motive. Let me go ahead and tell you, there is. They either want to see you naked or they want you to like them. Why? Because I'm a man who was a boy, and I pulled the chair out because I wanted her to like me. When I got older, I pulled the chair out because being gentlemanly helps for a good date. A good date could lead to more dates. More dates could lead to her really liking me really liking her, and somehow me seeing her naked. Guys, I don't want to complicate the situation. Ladies, please understand, a guy wanting to see you naked is not a horrible thing. As long as his wanting to see you naked does not make him do dumb stuff. Now, if you have had an experience where pulling out the chair then led to pressure to do something, I understand. But what I'm saying is, back in my day, Lord have mercy, I'm 41 and I'm saying back in my day, Father help me. If you did not pull out the chair, if you did not open the door, it just won't go over well. Because I think there was an expectation for that. Also, I was raised by a gentleman who would smack you upside the back of the head if he held the door and I walked in while there were ladies who were walking behind me. This is as a kid. He would let me know about myself if I decided to not open the door for somebody. Oh, no, that was not tolerated. So instilled in me at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and whatnot. Open the door. Here's something else that's old school because I am old school. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. Yes, sir. No, sir. Let me tell you right now, I teach school. And I understand they call me Coach Blaze. There are some kids who like to say yes, sir, just because they want to be extra, I don't know, just extra. Like they might be like, yes, sir. Okay, I get it. Cool. But I'm talking about when I was asked a question by an adult. If my answer was yes, it was not just yes, it was yes, sir. You know what I'm saying? And again, I'm not saying that that is culturally normal everywhere. Like, for instance, I know that in the UK, it is not normal to do that. Listen, because you man understand that it can be different across the pond, and us lot in America, we might be on that yes sir, no sir, yes ma'am, no ma'am sort of thing, and these man is not on them things there. So it is what it is. But I was raised with a yes ma'am, no ma'am, yes sir, no sir, and God help you if you decided to be defiant and say nah or yeah or what. Ooh, don't say what. Ooh, don't what me. I said it, remembering me having said it, and I got offended by me saying it to someone else. No. Do ooh. Listen, I feel like you don't fully grasp what I'm saying here. Because some of y'all are not old enough to understand, and then there's some of y'all who know exactly what I'm talking about. I grew up in the South in the 90s. I was born in 1985. Please understand, if you what your parents, they might give you an opportunity to correct yourself. That is not a guarantee. Here's another thing that was old school because that is what I am. Embarrassment is a teaching tool. Let me give an example of how I utilize such an old school mentality in my everyday life. I teach PE. Now, I understand that kids are going to be kids, so I try to give them a bunch of leeway, give them a ton of grace. However, if you got a couple kids in the class that just want to be extra for no reason, knowing that them being extra is now a distraction or now is taking time that we need, please understand, I'm going to embarrass you. Because listen, you want that attention. That's cool. Life rule number 467. And I quote, give me a moment here. Um, uh, if you keep asking for that attention, you gonna get that attention. It just might not be the attention you want. End quote. Because see, here's the thing. I told these kids, and by these kids, it was like three of them today. I let them know, hey man, you keep on making that ridiculous noise. You keep on being loud for no reason. You keep on distracting other people when I'm talking. Cool, you get that attention, but you don't want the attention that I'm about to give you. You don't want that. Here's why. Because with that attention comes something. Let me give you a couple examples. If you want the attention that comes with being a superstar athlete, you know what comes with that? A lot of hard work, hours in the gym, hours on the training pitch, court, field, and nobody sees it. Nobody applauds it. Nobody knows it but you. A lot of suffering and a lot of doing a whole lot of what you don't want to do when you don't want to do it. That's what comes with being the superstar. Here's the other part. What comes with being the superstar? Decide, do you want it? Do you want superstardom? Are you willing to take on all the things that come with it? Here's another example. If you want to be the person that says, hey guys, I got it. It's all on me. Don't worry about it. You know what comes with the applause and the thank yous and the admiration? The responsibility of getting it done. So decide if you really want that. Or matter of fact, let me give you an example. If you want to be the class clown, you're going to get laughs. You're going to bring joy to the classroom. But if you don't time it right, you know what comes with that? Your behind might get in trouble. So decide, what do you want? Because if that's what you want, oh, you can get it. Now, when I said this, there were some kids who were very upset about this. You know why? For a multitude of reasons. I'm not going to go through them. But I can tell you one thing, it's because they got the attention. They just didn't know that that was the kind of attention they were going to get. But I come from a generation where embarrassment is a tool. And it's not really this mean thing. It's, hey, you're asking for the spotlight. You don't get to dictate what spotlight you get. So go ahead and make some decisions, brother, because this can keep going. Now, this might divide some folks. A spanking is a thing. That's what I grew up on. You got to understand, I was raised by a mother who did not take that nonsense. Give you all the grace in the world, all the love, all the affection. Step out of line. You finna catch them hands to your backside. You finna catch that flip flop to your backside. You finna catch that switch that she might have to go out. Oh, by the way, she's not gonna get an old birch tree like switch. No, no, they're too flimsy. They're gonna crack. She's not gonna get one of them old pine things and take off all the needles. Why that takes so much time? No, 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 no. She gonna get that maple tree. She gonna get that maple. Some of y'all know what I'm talking about. Go look at a maple tree. You see them little thin, very flimsy branches on a maple tree that's maybe growing a little bit. Yeah, get that. Take them little leaves off. That is a switch. I grew up with that. Now, here's the deal. If that ain't your bag, don't go in that bag. Let it be. It's all right. But I grew up where they spared not the rod and spoiled not the child. Come on, somebody. Hallelujah. Uh, let me, let me, let me, let me just kind of give you an idea about some of the things that were said to me when I kind of knew, yeah, this switch thing is going to happen or this whooping's going to happen. Keep on here. That was your only warning. Keep on here. Here's another one. Here's another one. You cruising for a bruising. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh no. And here's another one. Here's another one. You got one more time. Let me let y'all know. That does not mean you have another time to do it. You don't have any more times. When my mama or my dad or my aunts or my uncles said you got one more time, that was your last time. If they were to be accurately describing what they meant, they would say, that is your last time. Do it again, and consequences shall befall you. Please understand you didn't want to do it one more time. Some of y'all are laughing right now because you know what it is and what it ain't. And you're remembering back. Oh, that one time where they told you got one more time. And you said, let me use that one more time because you didn't understand that they were letting you know there are no more chances. Here's what that translates into in terms of how I utilize my words with my children. My absolute 100% favorite phrase. And I think it fully conveys what could happen if different decisions aren't made. I have said to my children at one point or another, keep on going. Keep on going. Or you got one more time. Or keep that up. And you and me gonna have a conversation. Ain't gonna be no words. Again, if you don't get down with spanking, that is all right. I still love you. Doesn't mean you aren't going to have phenomenal kids. Doesn't mean that you don't discipline your kids in other ways. Here's how old school I am. By the way, I've said old school. That doesn't mean I'm old or doesn't mean I'm the oldest. It just means I am no longer in my 20s. Come on, somebody. My knees can let me know I'm not in my 20s. I grew up on Captain Planet, Ninja Turtles, Eureka's Castle, Reading Rainbow, and the real Magic School Bus. Not this Netflix remake, the real one. Like where Miss Frizzle was the main character, not her sister or her cousin or whoever is in this next Netflix one that I guess got canceled because nobody watching it because it wasn't a real one. Y'all don't understand. I had to get up at 5:30 to watch Dragon Ball Z. Let me pause right there for you, man. who have no idea what I'm talking about. Because y'all got anime on demand, you got Crunchyroll, you got YouTube, you got all these different things. No, 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 no. Let me tell you right now. I had to watch Dragon Ball Z on a Saturday morning, anywhere between 5 and 5:30. My butt had to be in front of the TV. Otherwise, I was going to miss it. And you know what I couldn't do? Let me just rewind that back. No, I couldn't do that. You know what? Let me just go on an app. And what the heck is an app in the early 90s? What are you talking about? That's old school. Old school is watching New York Undercover. Come on, somebody. Old school is watching Martin. Old school is watching Living Single. We're gonna pause right here. I don't think you fully understand how iconic Living Single actually is. Like, I I don't. I do not think you understand. And trust me, I'm gonna hit you off with a one-liner from them later on because we about done with this. Listen, I used to use slang like "I'm outie" or "that's tight." I just said that's tight right now, and that sounds corny as a mug, but that's what I used to say, amongst others. But we're not gonna get into all of them. The music I was listening to was a combination of John B, DMX, The Whispers, Green Day, Sum 41, NSYNC, a random Joss Stone here or there. I don't know. And I guess that Enya song that would come on when you'd fall asleep and forget to turn the TV on and then wake up. And then that other song where I guess the Native American dude was like, I don't know what the name of it is, but y'all know what I'm talking about. Something about Return to Innocence? I don't know. Or that one song like starts off with the flute, like do 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 do. I don't know what it's. Now I say all of that to say this. That's the old school that I am, guys. So when I heard about this new school concept of getting a mortgage before you get a marriage license, my mind was blown. Let me tell you what I can't do. Understand that. Hey everybody, that's our show. Thank you so much for taking the time to tune in. I'm somebody's dad, just figuring it out. Hopefully you got something from today's episode. Like it, share, subscribe, get involved in the comments, tell a friend to tell a friend. And until next time, smile a little bit more. Take care of yourself, stay safe, and I will see you on the next episode.